I hear you. Can you hear me? Why am I not visible? There you go.
Can you hear me? Why am I not visible? There you go. Can you hear me? Why am I not visible? There you go.
Yeah, I know. I fixed the echo. I don't know if he can hear me. Just working out some sound issues, guys. So, how you guys doing? Oh, don't even mention my lips. If you notice, it looks like I have Botox because I ate something last night I was allergic to, and my lips swelled up like so bad they look like Donald Duck. Thanks, GB, but they really look like Donald Duck. My hair color is gray. I need to redo it. I don't have Botox. I ate something I was allergic to, and they like swelled up. I couldn't even work today. You have your mic muted in Hangouts. That's the one you have to unmute. The first link I gave you, not the channel link. The first link, no. Nicole, me and my daughter got it from Sephora or Ulta, and I was like, I would never think to go this dark, and it actually is really nice. Hang on, once I get him set up. It's like this deep purple from Urban Decay. I still can't hear you though. Guys, something's up with your volume. Nope. Thank you. Did you do your daughter's hair? Did I do my daughter's hair? No, she does her own hair. Oh, you mean the purple? No, I haven't done it yet. You didn't miss anything, actually. Brandon's having some sound issues that we're working out. And I'm actually surprised there's this many people here for this early, because I know you guys like, I never do this early. But my teeth kit came in today, so I have to give my impressions. Fix his damn bottom teeth. I'm taking a bath listening. That's always good and relaxing. How do you curl your hair? I use a curling iron, and I take piece by piece. Hey, Exploring Ginger, I haven't seen you in a while. Laura, it looks like you used the wand. No, it's not a wand. I actually used just a regular hot heat curling iron up at like 450, and I just take piece by piece. It takes a long time, though. This was 45 minutes of curling. I know, but Spicy, it's not my technical issue this time. Usually it's me. GB, you're not blocked. So while we're waiting for him, let me find a lipstick. Oh my God, I cannot find it. Oh, here it is. All right. It's called Disturbed. Oop. By Urban Decay. He's gonna. I told him reboot his computer and see if that helps. For the person who donated $5 to the chat, I'll double it. Oh, Jay Mays, he's such a jerk. Hi, hey Kiki. Hopefully Brendan will get his sound right because it's gonna be a really good interview. So, but seriously, guys, if you hear me talking weird, it's my lips. They like are really swollen. I know, right? Spicy. We're gonna do a makeup tutorial. There's another key on the function row. You have to press to unmute. If it's muted, it will give an orange light. Yep, but that's what I told him. Natty had originally, and then it was stopped, and he still didn't get sound. Hey, Danilo. Italy has good food. So, by the way, I'm excited to say I am 4 pounds down. So I totally gave up on keto because it was not working. I gained 2 pounds, but then I went back to Weight Watchers, and the last couple of days, I lost 4 pounds. So, woohoo, I'm going to announce it later. You make an alter your clothes. Don't make an alter clothes. Are you insane? I would never have time to do that. Nor would I even want to. Congratulations, Valerie. So if you guys didn't see, Valerie's daughter's boyfriend proposed to her on New Year's Eve. So yay, Valerie. Thanks, Nicola. No, I just made those buttons. I lost a button. Jay Mays, you're such a liar. Paul, you think Ericos would need the makeup tutorial? Should we do eyes, lips? I'm gonna do it too, like we talked about. Oh, Andrea, are you? Good for you. So creative. No, just broke and have to do a lot of things myself. Because if I was rich, then I would hire someone to do it, or I'd have it done from somewhere else. But when you have 3 kids to support by yourself, you learn to manage by doing things yourself. Brad, to be honest with you, I'm not going to hold any weight to it. What I will do is I'm still going to do a live show like we did last time, because I thought that was actually really cool. So we'll see what happens. What? I had some. Sue me.
That's a lot.
Out. Can you take a swig of the red Kool-Aid? I don't have any. I have coffee right now. Valerie, my brother waited, I think, 13 years to get engaged. Why? Because he had to run out of gifts first before he actually asked her to marry her. Now they're married like 20 years. I was just wondering if I got enough paper to write down all the things that Eric Coast needs to do. He's got to get primer. You need primer first, and that's what like sets it. So you want to make sure that you use primer. Sorry, but we don't get excited over KZ anymore. Exactly, we don't get excited over KZ anymore. Spicy, he probably does wear a skirt, because when you play now, oh my God, I can't
You hear me now?
bagpipes. Now I can hear you. Perfect. All right, Brendan's got sound.
Cool.
What
Awesome.
happened?
Yeah, I had to switch to a new device, a different computer to make it work.
Oh, all right. Well, we got it working. It's all that matters. Now there is a huge delay from what you call it. There's a big delay from what we're talking to what's actually on the screen. So that's why you always mute the other hangouts, the main hangout. All right, guys. So Brendan's up and running. And Irikos, I don't know if you'd look good in heels, but Brendan's up and running. So let's get this party started. Brendan.
Yes.
Let me pull this up. Hold on one moment. So a lot of people know who you are from Making a Murder Scene, but in your own words, I know that you write songs. I know that you're a country singer. And a lot of people were surprised that I found you, or that I was interviewing you, because I have a total heavy metal rock background in the music business, but hardcore.
Yeah.
So everyone's like, why are you touching country? And I said, no, it's a really good song, and he's a great singer. So that's why I have him on. But Brendan, in your own words, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I started teaching myself guitar when I was a kid.
Okay.
And got an old guitar out of my grandfather's shed, started teaching myself that. And I was really into more rock and roll kind of stuff myself, more like classic rock when I was a teenager. And then I kind of moved into bluegrass.
Okay.
And since that time, I got into country and the storytelling aspect of country music. And ever since then, I've probably written about 1,200 songs, had some in movies, had some recorded by different acts out there. I've been named the Monster Truck Artist of the Year and had some songs on radio.
Right on. And my phone is charging. Hold on one second. I totally screwed up, guys. I am an idiot. Give me one moment. Totally my fault. All right. What characteristics would you say describes one of your super fans? Did I lose him? Oh.
Did you ask me a
Yeah,
I missed.
I
What did you say?
question? I know you wanted me to switch out a question, and I totally screwed up because I was running so late today. So I jumped into one of the questions you asked me to change. And it was, this is like, I never do this, and I just brain dead. What characteristics would you say describes one of your super fans?
I would say someone who actually some of my super fans have driven like 8 hours to come see us. They're actually renting a place down in Florida. For instance, one of them lives in Minnesota, and they're
Okay.
coming down to Southwest Florida to hang out with us and renting a condo by the pool. And that is definitely a super fan if there ever was one. So
That's true.
I would say that describes, what a super fan, but just people who come to shows in general. Sometimes people can be themselves fans and they never come to a live show. They only go on, like Facebook or watch the Facebook live shows that we do, but they
Okay.
don't actually come when I'm in the area to their part of the country and play a show live. They don't show up for whatever reason. So as super fans always show up.
Absolutely. And Brendan, if you didn't become a musician, what do you think you'd be doing right now?
I have no idea. Probably doing something marketing wise, or I might be doing data entry. I don't know. But I tend to be someone who likes to, when I work a job, I'm not real much of a people person.
Okay.
So if it's retail, I've always shied away from retail kind of job. So as soon as I could get out of retail, I did.
Okay.
So anything.
You cut out.
Oh, I said any job besides retail,
Okay.
I might be in. Whether that's working a manual labor job or doing something that's just behind the scenes computer kind of thing where I enter data. That would be something that I'd probably be doing if I didn't do music.
Now, the answer is, though, as a former executive in the industry, I would not have another job. That's why I thought you were going to go with it, that there is no other job. I was born to do this. I will always do this, and it's in my blood. That's the answer. One thing I didn't ask you yesterday.
I definitely agree with you.
One thing I didn't ask you yesterday, though, that I meant to ask you, were you born and raised in Nashville? Because Nashville is hard music scene to break into. People think country and they think, oh, I'll do country because it's easier. And Nashville is hard. Like, were you born and raised there?
Actually, I was raised about 150 miles southeast in Chattanooga.
Okay.
That's where I was born and raised. But Chattanooga is kind of a weird music scene in itself. They're more of a rock bluegrass kind of town. They're not very much into country.
Okay.
And I wanted to do more country music, and I just didn't gather a fan base there. Wasn't able to build a fan base in Chattanooga. And that's why I moved to Nashville and actually had more luck and success in Nashville. Even though it's a tough town, I knew I was up to the mustard and could do it, so to speak. And I've been here, as soon as I got signed to a publishing deal, and that's more than some can say. So I've had a pretty good run up in Nashville, despite how high the bar is for being a live entertainer, singer-songwriter.
Country music's come a long way. I mean, it really has. It used to be so different than it is now. Maybe because they combine pop with it, but it's definitely different than it used to be. Much more accepting.
Yes, it is. A lot more open to different people who, I guess, more broad in the demographic it reaches, probably.
Okay. And let me think. What is the weirdest or funniest question you've ever been asked during an interview?
It was, why did you come to the interview today? And I told them I was sick, and they said, why did you even come to the interview? Is this your passion or something? And that was because obviously we do 210 dates a year, most of them on the road. So if it wasn't our passion, we would definitely not be road dogging.
Right on. Do you tour? Like, are you traveling all over, or do you stay local?
I travel all over, from Minnesota to Key West, Massachusetts to Key West. We're on the road most of the time.
Right on. It takes, getting off track for a second, I know it takes a certain type of polished artist to be able to withstand touring. And, I've gotten demos from but this is like 20 years ago, but from a lot of bands, more rock bands, but never had singing lessons. And I told him, you're not going to sustain longevity if you do not know how to sing properly. Nobody's going to sign you because you do not know how to sing properly. There were far and few between that were self-taught that were phenomenal. But most of the time, those are all-around musicians. They can self-teach themselves any instrument, and they just pick one they like. That was also the feeling that I got from you, that you probably play a bunch of different instruments, no problem. Am I right?
Yes, I can pick up one and in pretty much no time, a stringed instrument, I can play it with relative ease compared to a lot of people.
I kind of got that feeling from your album. I don't know, many years of doing this, but I was like, you know what? He's really an all-around artist. I can see that. And the song is really good. What inspired that song? Like, tell me about the writing process for that song.
Yeah, that was written like 7 years ago now, that song, Time Will Tell on You. And it was actually more a relationship actually, and someone going out talking bad about you to their friends and basically turning the town against you. Until this whole Avery case and me getting into it, that I realized this is really more of an anthem for the Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey case than it is a song about a relationship. And I thought it could really reach a lot of people. So it starts a lot with the idea of a song first. And if the idea, because a song is only as strong as the idea it's built on. So I had a title, Time Will Tell on You. And at first it was Time Will Tell, because, you know, it's the old phrase or adage, time will tell. And I thought, well, time will tell on you. It's a little bit of a twist of words in that. So I took that idea to a couple of friends. We wrote the song back in 2011, 2012, and it just manifested itself as we wrote it. It comes from the idea, then it's a melody, and then it's lyrics that I just sort of channel out through, I don't know, whatever is inside of me at the moment, whatever's in the room, whatever's inside the muse.
Okay. I don't want to label your music as, okay, it's just country, because I listened to a bunch of it, and yes, it's country, and yes, it's very Tennessee and very Nashville. But if you had to describe your sound in 3 words, how do you want to present it? Like, how would you say it is?
I would say that I didn't catch the whole question, Laura, right off. I think we're having technical stuff going on, but can you say the question again to make sure I give you the right answer?
Absolutely. I said that I would describe your stuff as, I wouldn't say so much all country, because, the ballad doesn't sound country at all. It sounds more pop. But if you had to describe your sound in like 3 words, what would you say it is? How do you want people to see you as an artist?
I would want them to see that the music is compelling, it's fresh and unique, catchy in some regards. This particular song is not one of my more catchy songs, but it is it's something that I feel like it makes you think a little bit. It's not the surface prima facie kind of, well, I just want to go out and hold my beer and dance to this, because I've got those songs. But this isn't that. I've written all kinds of stuff from pop to, I've written some new kinds of pop and some, I won't say hip hop, but it borders that. I've written traditional country, lots of traditional country. So my music spans different things, and I don't pigeonhole myself into one particular format that I write in. Okay.
Where is your passion? Which style music? Straight up country, pop, like as you as an artist?
I would say it's country, and it's a little bit retro than what's now. Okay. So it's a little bit retro with a modern twist on the retro, if that makes any sense. Like classic rock meets country from the early 2000s.
Okay. Right on. And so I ask everybody this, so it's nothing personal, but how did you get into Making a Murderer? What made you get into Making a Murderer?
Yeah. So we were Meredith and I. That's my wife. We were down in Florida on a tour, and Meredith had heard a lot of people. The buzz was Making a Murderer is a really good show, and so we just sort of started watching that show, and we got into it. We binge watched it. It was just really an amazing series, and it was because of the facts of the case that drew us in. It drew me in because it's really unnerving when people in positions of power abuse that power,
Okay.
and that's what kind of was the glue to hold our attention about Making a Murder. It was definitely something that, from the beginning, was it became a passion. It became a thing I felt very passionate about.
So you believe that Manitowoc was corrupt? No. Nobody could possibly believe that one. Or that Ken Kratz is corrupt. Nobody could ever believe that one. Do you follow any other true crime cases, or just that you got that from the documentary?
I don't follow a lot of crime cases, really.
Okay.
I got it mainly from the documentary, but I've always been one to watch different things like unsolved mysteries or
Okay.
something that told a little bit of a crime story or something like that. I haven't ever followed one particular case to the nth degree like I have this
Sure.
particular one.
And but in getting into on a personal note, musicians are there's so many of them, there's everybody's competing, everybody wants to be known for something. In your
Mhm.
opinion, if you stop making music or if you become this biggest superstar in the world, um, what's the one thing that you want people to know about you or remember about you?
I want them to remember that I care about everybody on the way up, on the way down, the little guy that's at the bottom, not just the person who can benefit me at that
Mhm,
point. Because if I become the biggest star in the world, I'm not going to be. Eventually, I won't have to climb any sort of ladder.
mhm,
I won't have to be reaching up, and maybe I can reach down and help somebody else along the
mhm.
way.
Good attitude. So you want people to remember your integrity, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a great
That's
answer. Random dumb question. If you could be a fruit, which one would you be and why?
I'd be a prickly pear, so nobody would eat me.
All right. Good answer. Um, Now, as a musician, how do you think that you can better yourself?
If I had more time, which
I
is
know
the
that.
key thing, more time, I would spend it learning more about the scales of the guitar. I'm sort of raw with that, in the fact that I don't know much musical theory when it
Mhm.
comes to scales and things like that. I know just enough to be a little dangerous to myself, I guess you could say, and I do what I feel. I don't
Okay.
do a lot of technical stuff uh, like some musicians do. I'd learn more about that.
You don't need to, as long as you got a voice, you can hire everyone else to do the rest. Um, if you had to give one message to your fans, if you had to give one message to anybody out there, anyone listening, what would it be?
If I had to give one message to anybody out there, what would
Mhm.
it be? Is that the question?
Yep.
Oh,
About being a
well,
musician, about anything.
yeah. Well, I think that what I would say is be true to yourself, of course,
Mhm.
and that's kind of cliche, but be do what drives you and what your thing is. If people tell you that you're whatever it is, and your mother is the only one that tells you, and this really applies to musicians, I guess you could say. If your mom's saying, "Oh, you're great," but then everybody else is telling you, "Oh, you're awful," then I would take note of that and listen to that, because the last thing anybody wants to do is waste their time, waste their life in doing something that they aren't cut out to do. You want to do something that you're spending your time worthwhile,
Mhm.
and you're not just spinning your wheels.
Very
That's
good
pretty
answer.
much what I would say on the fly here.
Okay. Funny story about being a musician. When Carrie Underwood won American Idol, I was doing A&R at that time. And I was at my parents' house for the finale for whatever reason I was there. And I watched it with them. I'm like, she's never gonna go anywhere. They're like, why? I'm like, look at her facial expressions. Her nose is dumb. And I went on this whole thing about how, yeah, she's good, but I wouldn't sign her. And then I remember after she won it, she became this mega star. My dad's like, I think you should drop out of the industry. I'm like, whatever. But yeah, it was pretty funny. Like she really blew up. But I noticed she did change her facial expressions. Her nose no longer looks weird. But yeah, I think she segued Nashville into pop more than it's ever been before. I mean, did you agree with that?
I would say that Taylor Swift was the biggest proponent to shift Nashville to pop because of she brought a lot of LA people. At that time, a lot of LA people were moving to town trying to get their start with Scott Borchetta. Scott Borchetta wanted to, upstart a label, and Taylor Swift had money from her father, and that's how they got started. They married their bit of money, and that's the way all of it is. The whole music industry is marketing.
Whole music industry is smoke and mirrors. It's what people
That's
see
right.
is not true. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that most people don't know about. And it was way better when I did it. My cousin recently got out of the industry. He was working for a publishing agency. I would not want to be in the industry today. I mean, I left in 2003, so it's been a long time. But I would never want to, or 2004, I would never want to be in it today. Like it's so different than it was in the 90s and 2000. It's like so different. Just totally different scene, and the way things are done now is different. And now you have all the internet. And I mean, I remember we were just first putting together street teams, and everyone's like, what's a street team? I was like, let's go on the internet. And I was telling my secretary, we're going to go on the internet and you're going to promote this band left and right to every group imaginable, every person imaginable, MySpace, everywhere. See which, kids want to intern. Like it was all done like that. It's not like that anymore. Now it's like simple, easy. You got software. Back then it was all, you did everything yourself. And that's how you blew up. So I know that everybody wants to hear your song. The Time Will Tell, right, guys? You guys want to hear his live? And so I hope you have your guitar.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Brendan's now going to perform. Go for it.
What's that? The purest forms.
Brendan's now going to perform Time Will Tell on You.
It is. Time will tell on you. You can tell yourself and all our friends I was wrong and you were right. But your sins that happened in the dark will come out in the light. I'm not gonna waste my breath. I won't put up a fight. 'Cause the days are gonna whisper and the months are gonna talk. Till the years yell out the truth. Time will tell. Time will tell. Oh
my God. Boca. Sorry. Hey, pull him out.
The train whistles far away, and when the cold wind blows, when the lightning in your eyes reveals the darkness in your soul, the world will be reminded of what it already knows. That the days are gonna whisper and the months are gonna talk until the years yell out the truth. Time will tell. Time will tell. Oh. say a thing. But surely as the seasons change, when everything points at you, you'll know that you're to blame. 'Cause the days are gonna whisper and the months are gonna talk until the years shell out the truth. And time will tell, time will tell on you. Time will tell on you.
I am not gonna lie, Brennan. I did not expect you to be so good live. Excellent job. Like seriously, that was
Thank
really,
you.
really good. You guys want to hear another one? If he doesn't mind playing another one. Whoop.
You want to hear my new single?
Totally bombed it. Yes, I do want to hear your new single.
Okay. Well, this song, this is a true country song here because it's got drinking in it.
I'm in Alabama,
And
so
this song's called this song's called "Drive Me to Drink." Okay. I don't get behind with Jack Daniels riding shotty. I watch Netflix, kick back and chill when I've had a few hot toddies. I hate to say you make me crazy, but you bring me to the brink. I don't drink and drive, but you drive me to drink. Hot and cold, man, it gets old when love stops being new. You put your best foot forward, but I still too. You and I are like fire and ice, up is down and black is white. The only reason we make up is to start another fight. I don't get behind the wheel with Jack Daniels riding shotty. I watch Netflix, kick back and chill when I've had a few hot toddies. I hate to say you make me crazy, but you bring me to the brink. I don't drink and drive, but you drive me to drink. It's a tug of war, we both want more. A love we love to hate. Retreating back once we've attacked. No white flags ever raised. Swear we'd die without each other. Can't live with what we got. So mad you're cute, I gotta drop my boots and pick up one more shot. I don't get behind the Jack Daniels riding shotty. I watch Netflix, kick back and chill when I've had a few hot toddies. I hate to say you make me crazy, but you bring me to the brink. I don't drink and drive, but you drive me to drink. You're like the bottom of this bottle I don't want to see. I breathe you in like cigarettes I know are bad for me. Yeah, I know you're bad for me. Well, I don't get behind the wheel with Jack Daniels riding shotty. It's Netflix marathons and chill when I've had a few hot toddies. I hate to say you make me crazy, but you bring me to the brink. I don't drink and drive, but you drive me to drink. I don't drink and drive, but you drive me to drink. I don't drink and drive, but you drive me to drink.
great job. And so, guys,
Thank
that
you.
was exclusive to you guys. That's brand new. They want more though. Can you do one more? Do you have time to do one more?
Yeah, sure.
All right,
I
go
do.
for it.
Yeah, I'll do
Pick
one
your-
more for you.
Best song ever.
I'm gonna pick one here that won Song of the Year
Okay.
last year. Actually, 2017, it won Song of the Year on the Josie Awards radio show.
Awesome.
And I'm really excited about Drive Me to Drink. It's going to go out there too. I just played for you, and I just got it back from Reba McEntire's keyboard player who produced it. He does all of my tracks, all of my production. So here it is. This is Dixie Chaser, and My co-writer had the idea with She's a Shot of Dixie. And I said, well, that sounds cool, but we need to work with that a little bit. So how about She's a Shot of Dixie, but I'm a Dixie chaser. And that's where this song came from. So here it is, Dixie Chaser.
Did your wife think that the other song was about her?
Say that again, Laura.
Did your wife think that the other song was possibly about her, that she drove you to drink?
Yes, that's what we say. I drive her to drink. Actually, I say that she drives me to drink, and she says, no, it's the other way around. He drives me to drink. So we got a little banter going on stage at the live shows.
Right on.
Here it is. Here's a Dixie Chaser.
Okay.
Good friend told me New York City is a sight to see. The girls are all about a yeehaw. From a hey out deep south backwoods draw. Made me a beeline to the bright lights pulled in late one night. Found a spot called the Lone Star. City's liquor steak on a country bar. Girls gathered round to hear me talk. I had them roped in like a cattle call, but a down-home voice knocked me out like I'd had about 4 more rounds. Like sweet Kentucky bourbon she got my pulse of working smart. Hot as white lightning flowing from a hill to feed my fine smoke. A little Vixen from below the Mason Dixon. I'm on the trail of this top shelf 100 proof heartbreaker. She's a shot of Dixie, and I'm a Dixie chaser. I said, y'all, it's been grand. I took that Southern Bill by the hand, raced out the door to my 4x4, windows down on that beat up Ford. Radio rocking, horns were honking, parked in the spot the cops roped off. Hit a hotel, then grabbed the key, and in room 303, like sweet Kentucky bourbon she got my pulse of working, smooth as southern comfort, hot as white lightning flowing from the steel in the feet, my fine smoke. A little Vixen from below the Mason Dixon. I'm on the trail of this 100 proof heartbreaker. She's a shot of Dixie, and I'm a Dixie chaser. Walked out 2 hours later where I left my truck. The cops were laughing, saying it's been towed and you're out of luck. But you should have seen how fast the faces hit the ground when she said, back in the room, let's go another round. On me, like sweet Kentucky bourbon she got my pulse of working, smooth as southern comfort, hot as white lightning flowing from the steel in the feet, my fine smoke. A little Vixen from below the Mason Dixon. I'm on the trail of this top shelf 100 proof heartbreaker. She's a shot of Dixie, and I'm a Dixie chaser. Yeah, she's a shot of Dixie, and I'm a Dixie chaser.
Dude, that was awesome. And like usually with especially country, I usually can't stand more than like 10 seconds of it. But all of those like were really well put together. Obviously professionally produced, but you know, your voice throughout, the breaks in it, everything, it really, really good job. Like for me to like even
Nikki, you don't know how many times
my head
people
to country is amazing. And I did for all 3 songs.
Thank you very much. People that love rock and roll actually like my music, and they say, you know, we're not really usually into country music, but we like your music, despite the fact that you claim it's country.
It's true though. And like my son, his dad used to be just like me, like hardcore metal. And then for some reason, the last 2 years, he's gotten into country. So my son's gotten into country. I'm like, ew, you're not allowed to play country in my car, blah, blah, blah. But you know, your songs were really good. And I'm not just saying that because you're interviewing, like they were really, really good. They weren't too far left or too far right. They were perfectly sung. They were perfectly produced. It was really good. I want to hear you all
Thank
over
you
the
very
radio.
much.
Country does grow on people. I agree. Before you go, do you have a couple of minutes?
Yeah, I've got a couple minutes, and I wanted to tell everybody where they can find me on the internet as well. They
I
can
was
go
gonna
to facebook.com/Brandon Maddox Music
Hold
and
on.
at BMad Music on Twitter and Instagram.
Can you type me the links in Facebook so I can repost them here?
Yeah, let me get on Facebook on the other computer here. Let's
And
see.
while he's doing that, we're getting links for you guys. Do you guys have any questions you want to ask him? My friend Andrea said you sound like Blake Shelton.
Say that again.
My friend Andrea said you sound like Blake Shelton.
Oh, well, thank you. I actually had someone think that I was Blake Shelton once at a show. I was playing the Monster Truck Rally back years ago. I played for the Monster Truck series and circuit. And actually, somebody said they thought I was singing Boys Around Here, and they thought I was singing that I was Blake Shelton singing Boys Around Here. So it was kind of interesting to.
That's a compliment.
Yeah.
Any touring in Michigan this summer? Someone wants to know. Ziggy wants to know.
I'm going to try to get to Michigan this summer. You can find my tour schedule at bandsintown.com/Brandon Maddox.
Send me a link.
That's MADDOX. Yeah, I'm gonna send that to all the links to you right now. I finally got my computer loaded up here. But I've come to Manistee, which is in Northwest Michigan, and also the Detroit area of Michigan. Last year, or the year before, we toured all over Michigan, Manistee, Midland, and down to the St. Clair Shores, Detroit part of Michigan.
Right on. Ben wants to know if you have any good groupie stories. He is married. Before you were married, did you have good groupie stories?
Yeah, well, I mean, there was definitely, I definitely had my groupies, that's for sure. But you know, I guess, you know, the main things was when I'd play, I usually had, you know, the older variety, the cougar variety of groupies that would follow me around. And I actually wrote a song about it called Cougarville, and it's out there on the internet. So you can hear my experience in the song, and I'll just leave it at that today.
Right on. Do you like any Prince music? And if so, what's your favorite song?
Yes, I like Purple Rain, and I play that quite at the at a typical Brandon Maddox show. I'll be taking requests from all kinds of music from the 50s through 80s in rock. I don't do a lot of new rock, but I do a lot of older rock, and 50s through today's in country music. Some folk, James Taylor kind of stuff too.
I like James Taylor. You're starting to show your age, though.
Say that again.
You're starting to show your age talking about James Taylor.
Well, actually, you know, he was way before my time, but I'm kind of old soul when it comes to music.
Right on.
My dad would play all that stuff. Yeah.
For some reason, this one I can't get. I may have to retype it. Oh, there we go. Are you guys getting all the links? I'm posting all the links. Van Halen, Sammy or David Lee? Oh man. Do you like Van Halen?
Yeah, I like some Van Halen. I like a lot of 70s rock, you know, from Van Halen, the Eagles, Jackson Brown. I like Led Zeppelin. You know, I play like Stairway to Heaven at some shows and things like that.
Would you ever think about doing any other music besides country? Like, you know, in a whole new realm?
I do mainly rock, folk, and country as far as the genres. I even have learned some Irish drinking songs because they go over good at bars.
That they do.
I'm trying. Bluegrass, do some bluegrass at some bars or some places where it's requested. I don't get a lot of bluegrass at the bars, but when people ask for it, I know it.
Okay. And to close out, Valerie wants to know if you can close out with a James Taylor song.
Okay, this will be the very last one, but I'll play this one. And then, what part of the country do you live in, Laura?
I am in Northern Alabama. I moved.
Oh, you're in Alabama?
Yeah, I moved here 2 years ago. I'm an hour and 10 minutes from Nashville. But I was born and raised in New York. I lived in California for West Hollywood for 5 years. I lived in Vegas. I lived in Texas. I lived all over. But I was born and bred in New York. Moved here in 2016, and it looks like we're pretty much going to stay here.
You seem real thrilled about that.
No, I actually like it here. It's hard being single here, though. Like, there's no social life. Everyone's like, go to Nashville, go to Nashville. I'm not driving an hour and 20 minutes to go to a bar. That's crazy. So,
right.
But yeah. So yeah, I'm only an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 15 minutes from Nashville.
Well, let me know if you come up to Nashville and we'll look each other up.
So, we'll do, and I'll let your cat out. So I want to thank you so much for being here. Sorry there was some issues in the beginning, but I really do want to thank you so much for being here. It was great. Your songs are phenomenal, and I will keep promoting them. So let me know whenever you have another hit single or when this one's released, and I will definitely promote it, work it into a video. And that's it. So let's close out with the song. Absolutely.
All right. Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. Suzanne, the plans they made put an end to you. I looked out this morning and I wrote down this song. I just can't remember who to send it to. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. The times when I could not find a friend, but I always thought that I'd see you again. I've been working my mind to an easy time, my back turned towards the sun. Lord knows when the cold wind blows, it'll turn your head around. Oh, there's hours and time on the telephone lines to talk about things to come. Sweet dreams and flying machines and pieces on the ground. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend, but I always thought that I'd see you again. Come, Jesus, won't you help me make a stand? You just gotta see me through another day. My body's aching and my time is at hand. I won't make it any other way. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. I thought that I'd see you, baby, one more time again. Thought I'd see you one more time again. But there's just a few things coming my way this time around now. I thought I'd see you now. Ooh.
Excellent. Amazing job.
Thank you.
I would have sung it with you, but I can't sing if my life depended on it. So That's why I said, you know what? I'll just lip sync it. He could sing it.
Yeah, I thought I saw some lip syncing going on out there. Some
I
Milli Vanilli.
did. I lip sync. Yeah, I can produce like no other, but I can't sing for the life of me. Horrible, horrible. But I know what it takes to make a good singer. I just can't do it. I was not blessed with a good voice. So again, I want to thank you so much. Everybody loved you. I know you got at least 50 new fans out of this. And I will keep in touch. And you're welcome anytime to come on, sing, perform, whenever you want.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you,
All
Laura.
right. Have a wonderful day, Brandon. Thank you so much.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
He was good, right, guys? See, I wouldn't let you guys down. I told you guys, I may be sparse with the interviews, but when I bring you guys an interview, it's going to be a good one. All right, so you guys have any questions for me? So in case, for those of you guys that aren't on Facebook, I am now delving into the Kelsey Barrett case. Full force, long story, why I'm going full force. But it's going to be really, really good. And so I am going to be doing both at the same time. My sister-in-law was listening at the beginning because she stalks me. She never says a word anywhere, but I know she's always there. So my brother, it was 7 years, not 13. So she corrected me on Facebook. So just had to put that out there. I don't know what I was allergic to. Thanks, Tanya. I really don't know what I was allergic to, but my lips like blew up. You should have seen them this morning. They were like, whoof. I woke up. I was like, what the hell's wrong with my mouth? I couldn't even work this morning. Like my lips were that swollen. Did you enjoy the country growing on you? You know what it is? It's just, country is just not my thing. I have never been into country. I don't like country. I think it's depressing. It's all about, this one breaks up, that one breaks up. Oh, I'm so brokenhearted. Let me go get drunk. I'm not a drinker. So I just could never relate to it. It was never relatable lyrics for me. But he was actually really good. And I noticed his songwriting was really good on That Time Will Tell. And then I listened to other tracks. I'm like, you know what? He is a really good artist. This has actually only ever happened from scallops. And I didn't eat any seafood. I had like a vegetable lo mein or a vegetable chow mein, lo mein, the one with the noodles. And I didn't even have a lot. I only had like a couple of bites because it's fattening. So I only had a couple of bites and my lips blew up this morning. So I hate this delay, but just so you guys know, any news that comes out on Making a Murderer, I'm on it, right on it. I'm at the point I was last time when I walked away from doing videos. There's nothing left. Like, except her new news, there's just nothing left. And those of you who've been with me through the first year that I did videos, I don't regurgitate stuff. And I'm not going to go back and regurgitate stuff I've already done or already talked about. I am more than willing to answer any question you guys have. I am more than willing, for newbies out there, you want me to set up a live for just newbies? Absolutely, hands down. I built my channel on Making a Murderer, so I am all for that. I'm just not going to keep picking apart the same stuff over and over. When something new comes out, I'm on it, right on it. It will take top priority. So I just want to tell you guys that. Valerie, maybe it is a new lipstick. I don't know if it's MSG, Julia. I don't know what it is, but it just poof. And I didn't feel it happening last night. I can't stand this delay. You want me to remind people to like your vids and subscribe? I usually say that. I don't need you to do that, Missy. I just say, guys, make sure you subscribe. Check out my other videos. People that are in lives, for me personally, come to a live. They don't need to be reminded 100 times, like, subscribe. But I'll say it once at the beginning or at the end. Why doesn't that surprise me, Ben, that you're a big drinker? I know you're a big drinker. You're an alcoholic. Can't wait till Steven's on here. I did take Benadryl. That's why I didn't go to work. I was tired. Or the place could they could have definitely cooked it with some kind of scallop. I don't doubt that at all. Ziggy, I used to live on Benadryl. Growing up, I had to take 2 every night to go to sleep. It was horrible. And then, like, in my 20s, I kind of grew out of it. So what I was saying before too is, so the way the Kelsey videos are gonna work are, Patreons are gonna get first look at it. So if you want sneak peek and you want to discuss the case or discuss the video before it gets uploaded on YouTube, join Patreon. And I'll leave that link below or put it on there. And then I'll explain more Friday night when I do a big live. This way I'm not repeating it over and over of the direction that I want to go with it and direction I want to take the channel. I mean, you guys already know a lot of it, but now it's more detailed of how I'm going to do it. So instead of explaining it to 46 people, I'd rather wait till Friday night during the jam party and, really explain it. But I'm going to upload Kelsey videos. I'm also going to upload anything new on Making a Murderer. And I'm going to upload any news, anything that's new. And I know you guys are handing me like 1,000 cases. Check out this one. Check out that one. I have all that planned. There's big plans for that. That I'll fill you guys in on Friday. And let me give you the link to Patreon. You know what? Let me just actually link it. All right. All right. That WW shouldn't be there. So let me redo that. What do you think about all of the true crime YouTube drama that has been going on? Honestly, Valerie, I am so glad I'm out of it. I am not getting involved. I made a comment that this dude was creepy, and I stick by that he's creepy. But they're all this JK, all of it. You know what? They could all have their drama. I am so out of it. I had enough drama with Making a Murderer. I am not getting involved in drama again. And they're all brand new to making videos, and they can have all that. I'm way past that. I will not do it. I will not subject my viewers to it again. And a lot of you guys had stuck with me through all that drama. Won't go there again. They can have it. I will, rise above is the word I'm looking for. Exactly. I'm allergic to that bullshit too. And seriously though, anybody that has been with me from 2016, they know the drama I went through. And it was just never ending. And it was time consuming. It was emotionally fucking draining to the point you have no idea. And I won't do it again. I won't do it with Making a Murderer. I won't do it with another case. Not happening. It does get in the way. And I think it's absolutely ridiculous how intense it is, and a lot of them just started doing YouTube with Chris Watts' case. And I'm not going to mention names at all, but I said to Tara, who's a Patreon, as well as she knows the case of Kelsey really well. By the way, I have a Kelsey group too. If you guys are on Facebook, if you're on my page, there's a million places you can find it. Julie, you were there for all the drama. But I did start a Kelsey group for Kelsey, and I'm like I said, I'm just staying away from the drama. they're all newbies who started with Chris Watts. And my feeling is like the difference between me and them, or even me and Irikos and them, is that like I'll group me and Irikos together on this. We didn't start doing this, oh, let's make money. We did this for the passion. I started doing videos for passion. Like I didn't know if anyone was going to watch me. I had no clue if anyone was even going to like me. But I had a lot to say. And at the time, Casey was doing videos and a lot of people didn't care for her. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do videos. Let me, open up my laptop with my shitty ass camera and say, I'm going to do videos. And I did. And I still had my attitude and my New York attitude, but it was different than Casey. And then I just liked it and I got used to it. And I was like, all right, this is kind of cool. And, people do like me. And, if I make money doing them, fantastic. That's an added bonus. But I would have done them well, I guess you wouldn't do them if you weren't making money because then nobody likes you. Because if people like you, then you make money. So the money's going to come if people like you. But I could speak for Irikos as well. Neither one of us did this because we wanted to make money. We did it for the passion of it because we have so much passion about this case and we both built a channel on that. And the difference with all these new people from Chris Watts, there's no passion for it. It's just about, oh, let's make money. Let's group together so we can all make money. That's not what it's about. You have to have passion or you're not going to sustain longevity. And that's why I'm in a whole different ball game than any of them because they're where I were. Like, actually, I was never even where they were because I never did it for money. And to me personally, that realness shines through as compared to what they're doing. And that's why I wouldn't even get involved in what they're doing. Nobody will bill me. Exactly, Spicy. I am taking the high road. I will always take the high road. It's really sad though that to see people doing it. Like I know with me, Irikos, Casey, Sean, who else? You two, even Johnny, Allie. We did not do we were a group that all did it relatively at the same time. None of us did it for money. It was all about the passion of it. And it's almost like the next generation of crime busting YouTubers are doing it to make money. And to me, it's obvious. I don't know if you guys agree or not, but to me, it's obvious. Paul Capaldi. You know why Paul has a channel? Paul has a channel so he can pick on Irikos. I'm convinced of that. Of course I'm here. No, but I do. I really wanted to put Irikos in that realm too, because he also did this out of passion. And if he makes money, Juan Toscano. Absolutely, Julie. By the way, I know what Juan looks like. Like I've actually Google Hangouts with him. He's actually a really nice guy. They may be good-hearted Valerie. I don't really know any of them personally, except this one psycho that I tried connecting with and didn't happen. Didn't work. Kelsey Bareth, Ben. But it's Spicy. Honestly, it's not just me. Casey did this for the passion, with passion intent. Irikos did it with passion. Sean did it with passion. Like, I don't think any of us in the original Making a Murder crew did this for any other reason than passion. And if we make money, great. YouTube pays us, awesome. But none of us were, I said, Allie, none of us were, quitting our day jobs and still can't. And we still do it. We still strive on. And I really think that's the difference. So again, I am staying, they can all do the drama here. I am up here. And I will never get involved in it again. I can't believe you can see how many gray I have in this. Horrible. Horrible. So let me post a link to to my new Facebook group for those of you who really want to follow the case. As you guys know, my Making a Murderer group is Making a Murderer Uncensored, and the Kelsey Barrett is Kelsey Barrett Case Discussion Uncensored. I agree, Misfits. I absolutely agree with you. And, you know, that's one of the reasons that I want to go to another case as well. Especially, I don't think he's going to cave like Chris Watts did. I would have done Chris Watts' case, but he caved, and I don't see the point. Laura, love you. Love you too, Julie. Irico's pronounced like Eric. Jose rhymes with Rose. I know. You rewatched your explanation of the intermixed. Someone told me how to say this. Elias, right? Elias. Yeah, I think it's called Elias, right? I got that right. So I also want to throw in here, I know that a lot of people think Dirk Diggler or Ben is a troll. He's really not. I'm like his heroine. He has to be at my every live just to torture me. Deep down, he actually likes me. He just likes to give me shit. So you don't have to worry. Like, you don't even have to answer him. You can ignore him if you want. But I think I'm like a drug to him. Like, he just has to have his fix of me. So that's why. Alleles. I was close. Alleles. Okay. Alleles. That's too confusing, Julie. Or seal. Yeah, but Miss Fitz saying it's 3 syllables, not 2. Alleles. All right, there you go. Alleles, like that. All right. One thing you will never hear me say is that I know how to pronounce things right. I don't know why. You would think like I would care. Doing videos to get everything right. I just don't. I guess I just don't have the time to, you know, all right, how do you pronounce this and this and that? I just like run through it. Irikos uses Loki. There you go. But I'll never claim that I know how to do it either. I suck at it. Suck at it. Thanks, Mama said. So I'm glad so many of you guys showed up today because I was nervous about that. I'm like, all my, you know, QT family is used to me being there at night. Like, I've never done an afternoon show. I've uploaded a video, but I've never done a live in the afternoon. So I'm really glad that so many of you are here. Yeah, I agree. Laura's a good-hearted person. I just don't know if I could take money for those videos. Shut up, Ben. It was perfect timing, actually. I'm glad, Spicy. You will care if you were interviewing someone big time. That's why I offer help. I know. You're right. But I guess since I'm not interviewing, I would do what Eric Cozy does and just say Loci. I would do that. Afternoon is nice. I can be awake for the whole thing. Yeah, we book it home to catch a show. Ah, thanks, Fallon. I'm at work technically. That's okay, Kim. Yeah, I've never really done afternoon because you got the kids, the dogs, you know, the kids get off the bus and the dogs go berserk. So, but I will go for another couple of minutes. I have to go pick up stairs that I saw on the app next door. Someone's giving away free pet stairs that the guy built. And they're sturdy. And I was like, ooh, perfect for little fluffing out of butter. Yeah, Kim, get paid to watch Laura. You know what's funny about that, Spicy? And Julie Johnson can tell you this because she was not my biggest fan. She hated me for this. But back when I first started doing videos, I used to curse a lot. And it's like every other word, I dropped F-bombs like they were going out of style. And just because I was so mad, and when I'm mad, I curse when I'm mad. And I was so passionate and so mad and so frustrated that I would just curse all the time. And Julie used to yell at me all the, can you please stop cursing so much? You curse too much. You videos would be so much better if you stop cursing. Don't think I forgot, Julie. I always remember that. And so it's weird to see such a big difference in the response from you guys without the cursing. I just got home from Syracuse. I went to school near Syracuse. I went right out of high school. Whenever I get down, I watch the radio interview. Right on. Thanks, Kim. Do you know my ears are still clogged? They're trying to pop. I hear them popping. Thanks, Julie. See, I never know if you like me or not because I know that you've bashed me certain times, you hate me certain times. And then recently I said, you know what? It's not me she doesn't like. She doesn't want the cursing. She wants more professional videos. And when I do professional videos, she absolutely responds beautifully. That's right, Val. Actually, you know what it is, Julie? I actually have a good vocabulary. Not as good as I should have considering I am educated, but I don't know. I don't know why I don't use it in everyday talking. I just don't. Thanks, Jewel. Thank you, Spicy. I try. Oh, right on. I almost went to Syracuse, but I fell short on the SATs. After I got Ziggy, thank you for coming. I am actually ducking out too because I have to go pick up these steps, and I'll take a picture of the steps. But I'm really excited because the ones I bought him ones at Walgreens for like $15, and they're awful. I was like, I don't want to order them from Amazon. You know, what if they're not tall enough or they're not good enough? So this one said that the husband built it himself and it's free. Free. It's for me. Definitely done. It said intelligent people curse a lot. That is true. It is a New York thing. Yes, I'm obviously not going to have time to do the Kelsey video now before I speak to Patreons at 7. So I am going to upload a video later for Kelsey. Patreons are going to get it. And then tomorrow I'm going to upload it to YouTube. That's going to be your guys' introduction to Kelsey Barrett. It's a really interesting case. It's something that I really think you guys would be interested in. It's not about him being innocent or anything. He's totally guilty. But what's interesting about it is no body, no crime. They have yet to find a body, but yet he's in jail being charged with murder twice. And now there's somebody else that his ex-girlfriend or something, or a mistress or somebody, may be involved with him, may be involved with the killing. But Colorado law states no body, no crime, and yet they're holding him. So I'm looking at this case in many different levels, but I definitely wouldn't bring you guys a case that I didn't think you guys would be interested in. And that's why I think this is a great case to kind of segue from Making a Murderer, get involved in another huge case that's, worldwide, just from a different angle. All right, Val. I just started watching about a month ago. Thanks, Peg. Multiple choice questions did not include the F word. Julia, I'm getting better. You know what? I was going to do the Kelsey case, Valerie, 2 months ago or last month in the beginning of December. Everybody told me, do Kelsey. I wasn't that interested about it. I was like, big deal. So we probably killed her. But all the twists and turns, like what made me passionate about is his mom. Like Bernard Phillips actually said that they believe his mom's involved. And this really awesome woman that I met in my new Kelsey group also thinks it's the mom. And I was like, you know what? Let me look more into this. And like this weird, sick relationship between him and his mom. And 30 years old, still living with her. And, you know, it kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies, like, this is the kind of mom, like, well, you know, you don't want to pay child support, like almost like mommy dearest kind of thing. So like there's so much to delve into. Yes, Spicy, 7 o'clock. I am going to put the link in Patreon so then you guys can just join it. It's going to be a hangout link in Patreon. Exactly, Mama. It is some Norma Bates shit. Now, I am still new to the case. I have some fantastic people in the group already who know the case inside and out that are helping us newbies. Tara is also an admin of Patreon who is knows this case really well because she got into it back in December. So I would not bring you guys a case that I didn't think was interesting enough to grab the attention of everybody just because there's so many weird twists and turns to it. Yeah, it's, you know, I don't even want to focus just on, okay, he killed her. Like, I'm interested in all the back shit, like mom being psycho and, you know, what really went on. And, you know, he says like they broke up a year ago. Well, how'd they break up a year ago? Like, just weird shit. Her mom not reporting her for a few days. Like, there's so much stuff behind the scenes. So all these other drama people can worry about, you know, he said, she said bullshit. I'm going behind the scenes. Don't you have to pay to watch Patreon? Patreon is a monthly subscription, anywhere from $5 to $20. And there's different tiers you can do. So Patreons, you guys will still see it's almost like a crowdfunder. You guys will still see the videos, you just see them the next day. And then Friday night, I'm going to explain everything of how I'm using Patreon and, you know, what happens, the extra added bonus of being a Patreon, but it's just as new to me as it is to you guys. So, I mean, it's a learning process. But I don't, you know, it's awesome if you guys want to be Patreons, but it's just like donations. If you can't afford it, you don't want to do it, that's cool too. You're not, you know, I would never tell somebody you have to do this or you have to do that. No, that didn't work. All right, let me get the link. And there's like a ton of YouTube videos on. It's okay, Crystal. There's a ton of YouTube videos on Kelsey that are short too. They're not long. They are, you know, 1 minute, 2 minute. It's a lot of news stuff because Colorado's keeping it so under lock and key for whatever reason. I don't know. So if you're on Facebook, feel free to join our Kelsey group. I really do have to go though. I have to go pick up these stairs. But Patreon peeps, I will see you in a call at 7. And everyone else, I will have a video for you guys tomorrow to watch Kelsey. And then Friday, we'll discuss everything. Friday night is the typical pajama party. I'll post it tomorrow. It's my twin's birthday. So I'm going to do something with them for dinner. And then I'll see you guys at 9 o'clock on Friday. And that's it. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Don't forget to check out my other videos. If you really want to laugh, watch my early videos, like my first couple ones that I ever made with my really bad camera. Thanks, Mama said. And hopefully by Friday, my lips will go down to normal. Although it looks like they are going down a lot. Yeah, they're going to be 14. They are getting old. Just a few more years and they're out forever. So, all right. So I will see you guys on Friday, 9 o'clock. And like I said, if you're on Facebook, just go ahead and come join the Kelsey group. Check out YouTube. Because like I said, making a murderer will always come first because it's what I built my channel on. But I'm not going to regurgitate same old, and, you know, pick and pull little tiny things. It's just not who I am. So now that it's pretty stagnant, jump into another case. And then I know I'm going to go live for Zellner's big announcement, which I'm not even going to say anything because maybe it'll be big this time. But I'll go live for that, so we can all watch together again. Because again, I thought that was awesome. So I will see you guys on Friday. Patreons, I will see you in an hour and a half, and I'll see you guys Friday. All right, and have a good day. My lips hurt.